And welcome back to another edition of Classic Doom Walkthroughs. This is yet another hot start for Murderous Intent Redux 2024. This is Map 4's Dead Center. So let me first dispose of some of the enemies coming towards us. We don't take too much damage. Hopefully the chain gunner will come this way. Yes, we do want that chain gun. Hopefully not taking too much damage to get it. There we go. So the game is powered by GZDoom using the Doom 2 Hell on Earth platform. As always, we're playing on what would normally be the ultra-violence difficulty setting. We're playing on Slot 4's Murderous Intent is what it's called here, normally ultra-violence. But Slot 4 Murderous Intent is the level that we're playing on. For Map 4 Dead Center, it's 102 kills to be had, but with the Archvile the number will go up. Archviles. 1 secret and 11 items. I expect to be able to show you how to do all of that. Alright, well when we go ahead now that we have, if you're starting with a pistol, we now have the regular shotgun, and now we have the chain gun. So the first thing we're going to do is more weapons collection. We can't go in there, we don't have the yellow keys, so this room has a couple of gunners. Why don't we go ahead and gun them and grab some ammo. That's the blue door, we don't have the blue key. So armed with the chain gun, we can dispose of one revenant at a time, ideally. And now the other. And that's that. So we can go ahead now, using the regular shotgun. We can pick up a little bit more ammo now that's lying around. We're going to continue to collect our ammunition by going over here. Be careful, there are revenants and gunners, specifically chain gunners and others, in this room. There's also a revenant hiding behind that door. And when we get that door to open later, will be a bit of a surprise. So we're going to try to dispose of that revenant now. Right now, there are a couple of active revenants and some gunners. Why don't we go ahead and do our best to dispose of them? So you can see the chain gunners looking to make our acquaintance. There's another chain gunner there, and I think there's another one back there. Alright, so the only enemy left at this point is that revenant. So I would recommend taking care of that revenant if you can, because once that door opens and you walk by, forget about that revenant. It's going to zap you right away. Okay, so that takes care of that enemy, or the enemies in that room, which we just have to do. We can get in there now, but just we can't continually walk past that room. We're going to get gunned down. So there's a chain gunner on either end of this hall, so try to blast one chain gunner without taking any damage from the other. Like so. If you need your armor, go ahead and grab it, pick up the chain gun, and in this room is the super shotgun and some ammo. So go ahead and grab that. Don't mind the cacos for now, although don't get hit by any of their fireballs. Now armed with the super shotgun, we can take care of the gunners and revenants in this room. And do that. And now we have the rocket launcher. So not a lot of rockets, but we do have the rocket launcher, so that's good. So the next two rooms, that room will open up, but not quite yet. There's this room here, and there's the one opposite the hall. As you can see, they're coming out. There are archviles in each room. So why don't we just go ahead and ignore that room for now, since only one gunner came out. And let's try to dispose of the archvile in here first. Now, the only thing, of course, that's consistently annoying about this is that you take shotgunner fire every time one is revived, so just be mindful of that. Go ahead and pick up all this wonderful rocket ammo. Lots of boxes sitting there for us to use. I think both the shotgunners popped out when we approached. Yes, so now it's just the archvile left. So don't let him out if you can avoid it. And that should be it for Archie. Mega armor if you need it. Otherwise, press that button. And before we get to that room, which has a lot of gunners and archviles, this room is now opened up guarded by a revenant. So why don't we go ahead and dispose of the revenant. Press the button or the switch. Do not take the teleporter yet, but we will. First we're going to dispose of the gunners, more importantly the archvile, because the gunners can be endlessly resuscitated, spawned if you will. Oop. Thought for sure the archvile got rid of that. Chain gunner, turns out not so much. Alright, don't worry about the revenant for now. We're going to dispose of the revenant without firing a shot, but we do want to take care of this chain gunner hiding behind that wall, otherwise he will gun you down. So what we're going to do is we're going to run away through here, not to take a rocket to the face from that revenant, and we're going to go ahead and take that teleporter, because if you notice, the revenant's sitting, or dancing, I guess, on a teleporter, and now we've telefragged it without firing a shot. Do grab the health bonuses, they count towards 100%, and of course the blue key. And if we had teleported in here, yes, we would have gotten the Revenant, but we would have been cut to pieces by that chain gunner. That's why I stood in that corner over on the outside of this hallway and took care of the chain gunner like that. So now armed with the blue key, we can go to the blue key room, I guess, or the blue room. Oh, did I go the other way? Yes, back to the starting area. There's the yellow door. Turn in here. We'll open that up. We'll get the computer area map, and we'll press the switch. Having pressed the switch, we now go back down this hall to where the two chain gunners were, and where we got the super shotgun from. Carefully peek out. In the room to our right at this point is a pain elemental. We don't want too many lost souls coming out to play. And we duck behind the wall to avoid too many to spawn. In fact, in this case, none. Okay, well, the Kappa Demons seem to be well placed for our rockets. So why not? If you can, without wasting too many rockets, go ahead. On this side, it's a little bit harder. There's also an arch file over there, so they may be respawned. Now, do not go into this room. If you do, and the doors will close behind you, you can't get out until you dispose of the archvile and two revenants, which you're going to be trapped in this little room with. So that's bad news. So my strategy is I slowly make my way over to the door. Yes, I let it hit me in the head and then close again. I go back to the blue key room, the blue door, and I do hit that switch. Now those doors are going to open up again. This time they will not close behind you. So now you can, I don't know about get the jump on the two revenants in the archvile, but you can at least dictate your terms. So I back in to trigger them, fire a warning shot. Yeah, unfortunately, it is annoying with the respawning, but that is the nature of the archvile, isn't it? Whoops, got caught on the wall, don't do that. One more shot should do it. Okay. Well, we took some damage, surely, but that's not the end of the world, I guess. Do get the yellow key. Do get the backpack here. Do not press the buttons. All those switches will do is give you instant death. If you remember in an earlier map, if you fell off the cliff face into the beautiful blue water, not so beautiful because it was instant death. That's exactly what happens here. So do not, I repeat, do not press those switches. They serve no other purpose other than to make your mat come to a quick end. All right, so armed now with the blue key, what we can do is we can go ahead. We can not enter, but we can open up the yellow key room, the yellow room. Just dispose of the enemies in this initial area. Ignore, if you can, the chain gunners on either side. They're inside those little areas. They're endlessly resuscitated or respawned by the archvile, so we're not going to bother with them. But what we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and take our first secret and use some rockets. So what we're going to do now, if your health is low, go ahead and grab the Megasphere. I'm going to leave it for now. Hopefully 100 will do. Is we're going to go ahead and discover this secret here. This is right through this wall, so press that to open. And we're going to use the invulnerability to take on the archviles and revenants and all the others that are spawning in there. So first press this button. Ignore the gunners. Press this button. Grab some more ammo if you can, and now make your way out of here. We do want to find the archviles. There's at least two. Well, there you are. Okay. I'm wondering where you might be hid. Okay, now if we still have some time. Alright, they will continue to respawn, so I wouldn't waste too much time with that. But there are some items in here. There's a chain gun, there's a berserk pack, so go ahead and grab that stuff. We already did get the rockets, so I guess using your best running through, yeah, get out of there. They will teleport out of there with the archviles. I wouldn't worry too much about them. All right, well at this point we're going to make our way to this door, which is opened. We're going to go ahead in here. As soon as we kind of get in here, some revenants are going to not pop out, but they are going to make themselves available to you through those little closets. So with the gentle tappa of the chain gun, dispose of the first revenant. The second one likely can't hit you. Just be mindful. It's close by anyway. Go ahead and gently make your way over to tap down and dispose of the second, second revenant. Break out your super shotgun, because as soon as we press that button, that corridor now becomes an open area where there's going to be a bunch of pain elementals. So why don't we go ahead and peekaboo shoot them. The least amount of lost souls that come out, the better. They are annoying and they do eat up our ammo, so we don't want to do that if we can avoid it. Peekaboo shoot. I use the super shotgun. Perhaps you like the chain gun better. That's up to you. There's certainly more chain gun ammo. And maybe one more shot should do. And maybe a lost soul or two. Let's see. Yeah, so we've disposed of all them. There is another gaggle of cacodemons. So if they make themselves available, sure, why not? Otherwise, forget it. Do pick up all this wonderful ammo. Don't go too far. There's a cac over there and a chain gun, and a not chain gun, excuse me, just an imp over here. So dispose of the imp. I switch back personally to the super shotgun. I pick up the ammo, and I do dispose of. There's at least 4 cacos that you have not disposed of, no matter what you did with the rockets through those windows. See, there's at least 4 here. So go ahead, super shotgun them away. That should be it for now. Nope, one more. 5 then, I guess. Don't fall into the lava. Needless to say, that's a damaging 4. Don't think you needed much instruction for that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch over to the chain gun, because we're going to start to the left. To the left there's a gaggle of imps, but we have a switch to grab over there, plus some rockets to get. So we're going to make our way over here, and gently, well, I don't know about gently, but we're going to try, without taking any fire, go ahead, and certainly without falling into the lava, we're going to go ahead and blast away the imps. Perfect. Now, this is a narrow point. We can kind of go across here, grab some rockets, do the same here, and then to this side, and over here, pick up whatever ammo you like. There's a health pack over there if you need, and I'm just jumping, well, not really jumping, I guess I'm running across to grab the rockets that are here. Now we make our way back. We hit the switch. That triggers the next series of events. So let's go ahead and make our way back here. You can hear. Now, if you fall in, this and the one on the opposite side, these 2 little pillars, you can raise them. So don't worry too much about that. I think at this point, to be honest, I'm going to go back and now I'm going to get the Megasphere, because the series of events we're going to unleash, and we can't really get back here too easily to get it. We don't really need it at the end when everybody's gone. So this, of course, is one of the more difficult parts of the map. There's an archvile and some enemies on the other side of this wall, as you probably guessed. But as soon as we get over there and grab that red key or approach it, there's the red key. The red key is, of course, the exit door. Is the red door. We'll spawn in the archviles and a whole bunch of fun with Revenants and everybody else in this area, and you'll have to make your way back. So, unfortunately, this is just what it is. You can hear the archvile doing the zappity zap. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe let's get across and get out of the way. Perhaps we can just not take any imp fire for the short term. I don't want to. I'm hoping the splash at least will get them. Okay. Now be mindful, as soon as we approach that red key, all those enemies are going to teleport in there, and endless resuscitation by the archvile. So just do your best to grab the key and make your way back there as quickly as possible. Try to set up a good shot from here. Oop. Well, not like that, I guess. See, they're teleporting in. And there are the archviles. And what we do want to do is take care of them. Okay. Well, we still have one more enemy. I'm not sure what enemy it is. Let's have a look-see. Obviously, an enemy was resuscitated by an archvile, but I don't know. Ah, it's a Revenant. Well, we haven't used the plasma rifle. So where is the Revenant? Where are you hiding? Ah, well, I guess we don't have to use anything. We can just go ahead, and voila. And that takes care of the Revenant. And that was the final enemy, I think. Yes, indeed. So we have everything. I guess we can grab some ammo if you need it. There might have been some ammo left over in this main melee area. Go ahead and grab that. Health if you want it. But otherwise, that is that. So let's go ahead, open up the red door with the red key, and we'll take our final count. Yes, indeed. All 152 kills in this instance. The one secret, all 11 items. You know what that means. Yes, indeed. We are done. And this is map 4, Dead Center of Murderous Intent Redux 2024. Not an easy map for sure. That last area with the lava piles and stuff, very, very difficult to maneuver, and it's kind of hard not to blow the rockets up in your face, especially when the Revenants get right up close to you. But if you're patient and you're careful, it can be done. I hope this walkthrough was showing you the best strategy with respect to collecting the weapons and how to go about using the limited resources you have there, how to get the secret, when to use that invulnerability, and so on. And if it was helpful to you, or you just simply enjoyed the walkthrough, for sure, hit that subscribe button. You won't miss any further videos that I upload. For now, that's it for Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.